What happens when the world's two biggest powers start sending mixed signals in the middle of a war? One side says a deal is done, the other side says nothing. And in the background, financial sanctions are tightening, oil routes are under pressure, and the Strait of Hormuz is becoming one of the most dangerous flashpoints on the planet. So is this really a breakthrough? Or is this just a high-stakes game of geopolitical bluffing? In today's video, we're breaking down the latest twist in the US-Iran conflict, why China suddenly finds itself at the center of the story, and what all of this could mean for global energy markets, diplomacy, and the future of the war. Main script. In the last few days, President Trump has made a bold claim. China has reportedly agreed not to send weapons to Iran, and according to his own words, President Xi Jinping could even give him a big, fat hug when they meet. That comment has already gone viral, but behind the headline, there is a much more serious question. Has China actually made any commitment at all? Because when Chinese officials were asked about it, the answer was not a warm confirmation. It was silence, denial, and careful distance. That silence matters. In geopolitics, silence is often a message. And in this case, the message appears to be, Beijing is not eager to validate Trump's version of events. That creates an immediate contradiction. On one hand, Washington is presenting the situation as if diplomacy is working behind the scenes. On the other hand, China is refusing to publicly support that narrative. And when two superpowers tell different stories about the same moment, that usually means the real negotiations are still unsettled. Now, let's bring Iran into the picture. The United States has continued escalating economic pressure on Tehran through sanctions targeting shipping, trading, energy networks, and even buyers of Iranian oil. More specifically, the latest reporting says Washington is warning that Chinese banks could face secondary sanctions if they are found moving Iranian money or helping keep Iran's oil exports alive. That is not just a sanctions policy. That is financial warfare, and it tells us something important. The U.S. is not only trying to weaken Iran directly, it is also trying to choke off the external lifelines that help Iran survive. If Iranian oil cannot move freely, and if the banks that help process those payments come under threat, Tehran's economic room to maneuver shrinks fast. But here is where the story gets even more complicated. China is not just some bystander in this crisis. It is one of the biggest buyers of Iranian oil, and any serious pressure on that flow affects Chinese energy security too. That means Washington is not only punishing Iran, it is also pressuring Beijing to choose between economic convenience and political confrontation. And that is why this story is bigger than just one claim about weapons. This is about leverage. Trump's message appears to be that the U.S. can force outcomes through pressure, warnings, and high-profile deal-making. China's message appears to be much colder. We are not going to publicly play along with your narrative unless it serves our interests. Meanwhile, Iran is trying to keep its own strategic options open while facing military, economic, and diplomatic pressure on multiple fronts. The most dangerous part of all this is the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow waterway is one of the most important shipping lanes in the world, and recent reporting says the U.S. has moved to restrict Iranian shipping and enforce a blockade around Iranian ports and coastal areas. Even if the exact legal and operational details are debated, the effect is clear.